Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second time tonight that asshole's cut in.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for this week's edition of The Brothers Hack the Matrix. I'm your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I'm joined with There Can Be Only One, the Hylunder. What's going on, man? How are you?
Was that clip from the movie They Live?
Yes.
That movie's awesome.
That movie is awesome.
I got to search that out.
Have you watched it
Robbie Piper.
recently?
I have not watched it recently.
Buddy boy, it's very pertinent today. Let me tell you. Watch it again. It's
You know what? Yeah, you're right. So I need to search that out because that's got one of the great fight scenes. That fight scene
Dude,
that they have. Robbie Piper. Oh man,
I'm pretty sure we talked about it on a show not too long ago. I think it's like a 7 or 8 minute fight scene. It's one of the longest fight scenes you'll ever see in a movie, and
they get after each other. Man.
You guys, if you don't know this, me and my brother are big wrestling fans, and I've always said that if they did that shit for real to each other, they would be hurt big time. And then that fight, I think Rowdy Piper had a big hand in choreographing it because they do some wrestling moves in it right there on the pavement, and it's like,
I'm sure.
They're killing each other, man.
Look, wrestling is very physically tasking, right? And those guys get injured. Girls get injured, so
they do.
But yeah.
It's like a dance though. You have to trust your partner. That's
sure, and you got to have a good partner, Styles make fights and they mix good, and then you see the ones that just don't happen at all, man. So
no. All right, man. What's up with the axe today, bro? Tell me. I hear you plucking away on it.
Okay, so I went back to the old gold top vintage, right? This is a bad machine right here. It's really bassy sounding. It's got the old P90s on it, man. These old, what they call the soap bar type of.
That silver band on the bottom, has it got an Omega symbol in it? Is that what it looks like?
It's a vibrato, and it says vintage right there, but this is a vibrola system. It's an old whammy bar system. I took the daggone whammy bar right off of it. Yeah. But it resonates like really well. And when I play acoustic style, it really resonates. It's really loud. I'm sure it's because of the extra metal that we have back here, but yeah, I love the sound of it. It reminds me of the old Bad Company albums. It's got a real thumpy, rock and rolly type of sound to it. So yeah, I dig it. So yeah, that's what we're rolling with tonight, dude. And we are rocking and rolling, of course, with the Guinness. What you sporting tonight? You got your
Virus of Unknown Origin, complete with lime and salt. Tink.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Like and subscribe,
All that good
help the
stuff.
channel.
All that YouTube stuff. All that YouTube stuff that I can forget to do. All I do is let them know when I'm going to be on, pretty much. All right, my man Christian's here. I was on his very first stream last night.
All
good
right,
to see
cool.
you, buddy boy. And then
Welcome,
Wookie
brother.
Be Bad is here. Yo, man, good to see
Wookie
you.
Be Bad. Now that's a
Wookie Be
kick-ass
Bad.
name right there, bro.
He's one of the guys that's nice enough to step in for you when you're out of town, bro.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Yeah. And Das Wolfen is here. He's in the house.
Das
All right.
Wolfen.
All right, boys and girls. As you know, my man, my boss, a guy
That old
I
perv.
really respect. I really do, but he likes to yell at me, man. He's all over me.
What do we got?
You know what we got? We got the top of the heap, boys.
Top of the heap. Okay.
Right.
Look at them. How about them Tigers? Go
How
Tigers.
about them Tigers, bro? They taking it out, man.
You need to ask, the guys that and girls that are supposed to, go out there and secure our borders and secure us and go to war for us. The LSU painted their end zones camo in respect to the Black Knights, and then proceeded to smoke them like they owed them money or something.
Do you have to bring that up, dude? Do you have to bring that up? Why are you so proud of the fact that you beat an academy, bro?
Look, I'm telling you right now. Okay, so we hadn't played them since 1930. This is only the second time LSU's played Army, and I'm sure that's a Brian Kelly connection thing, because he played the service academies every year when he was at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yes.
Notre Dame. So, and those games were pretty close sometimes, a lot of times. But that was the first time I saw a final score, and I looked at it and went,
I was at my 40th class reunion, and let me see. Do I have it here? Yeah, I think I do. I'll share it with you. I got the picture here. This is at the Noble Savage Saturday night. The 83 class got together, and yeah, that's all of us.
The Noble Savage?
That was about, I mean, we had about 250 in our graduating class, and altogether, I guess, what is there, about 35 people there. So we had quite a few show up, but we could do a better job of reaching out and finding people. I know I got a hold of 3 people that day to let them know about it,
Hey, well, kudos to you, man, to go to those things. I have yet to go to any of those things.
Dude. Look, I told you, Todd Fee asked about you. Todd Fee, he graduated with you.
That's not even his class. He must know somebody there. So.
All classes these days, they invite all classes. They really do. Yeah, and his brother graduated with us, Tommy. So and he was there. Todd was, and as soon as he saw me, he said, "Man, how's your brother? He used to dominate the basketball court, man. That guy was badass." I was like, "Shit, he's in Texas, dude." I said, "I will definitely let him know that you said hi, though." But anyway, you know what?
Cool.
Eject! Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control, and we'll be lucky to live through it.
Yeah. Before we get on to that, though, Christian says, my 2 favorite internet brothers, and thank you for last night. I struck gold. All right, good. I'm glad you had a good stream. I haven't watched the rest of it yet. I haven't had a chance, but that's cool, man. All right. You know how we're going to start this off. We know what the war of choice on the big channels are these days, but we don't want you to forget there's a war going on the other side of the planet in the Ukraine.
No doubt.
Russia-Ukraine war at a glance. What we know on day 610 days.
Look, this is a war that the United States is really heavily funding, so we need to pay attention what's going on over here.
Yeah, we do. Vladimir Zelensky says Ukraine is preparing for renewed Russian attacks on its energy infrastructure. Ahead of winter, and Russia claims to have conducted a simulated nuclear strike. Whoa, that's not cool, man.
Well, at least it's simulated, but I don't know, man. You know, again, we talked about this last week. I don't even know if there's any kind of negotiations going on. If anybody stepped in as a broker to try to fix this issue or stop
I
the
was supposed to
madness.
look at that this week, but I was so busy with the friggin'
Well, no, I mean, that's no,
reunion that
hey,
I
it just
forgot all
is what
about
it is. But that speaks to the war effort itself when there's just nobody even reaching out and saying, hey, can we get these two entities to the table and at
Yeah.
least begin a conversation, you know, and that's not
Right.
even happening.
Yeah. But
So until that
don't
happens,
forget
this is just
that's
going to
going on.
continue on.
And also, there was a story in Newsweek this week about our good buddy Pootie Tang. Kremlin breaks silence on Putin cardiac arrest and body double rumors. The Kremlin dismissed reports that Russian President Vladimir Putin has suffered a cardiac arrest. Since the start of the full-scale invasion in Ukraine, there have been numerous reports speculating that Putin was suffering from a host of health problems, ranging from cancer to Parkinson's disease, and that he uses body doubles. Well, if he's using body doubles, he's doing that for his own protection. He's not.
Well, you
doing it
hear
for
that
health.
about all the freaking world leaders.
Yeah, you
Pick
do.
a country, even this one. You know,
Mhm.
body doubles. Body, no, that's not Biden. That's somebody else because Biden can't stay awake, you know?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
all of those, you know, big dignitaries and foreign leaders and our own leaders, it's always rumored that they're using body doubles. So that's
Oh.
not new.
Das Wolfen says Biden tried, but all they were able to negotiate were the number of scoops of ice cream
Scoops of
they
ice
can
cream.
have. That's
Yeah, well,
they have
at least that's a start, man. You
at
know,
least that's a start. Yeah.
maybe
I hear
that
you,
can
bro.
lead to something else. Ice cream, uh,
Ice cream
breakfast,
lovers unite.
something, you know, whatever.
Whatever.
You a 2-scoop person,
Whatever.
1 scoop,
I don't
you
think
know,
so.
whatever. Waffle cone.
Moving along to the Hamas and Israel war.
Hamas.
U.S. mom and daughter were held hostage by Hamas are released. A couple of American citizens
Hamas.
were released.
Yeah.
This probably has a lot to do with the fact that we got aid moving along into that country. Aid convoy has entered Gaza, and I believe this was on Friday last week.
Yeah, that's
Border
late
crossing
last
into
week.
Egypt and Gaza opened on Saturday, letting an aid convoy inside the besieged Palestinian territory for the first time since Israel sealed it off in the wake of the Hamas attack 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Also on this front, Israel says, hey, we'll hand control of Gaza back to the Palestinian Authority once Hamas is wiped out, but they're going to wipe them out first. And I think I have an article on. No, I guess I don't. But I believe I saw one earlier this week saying that they had, or no, I think it was today. I saw one. I just didn't get it in before the show. They did have an incursion into Palestine today. They were through afterwards, but they went and attacked a stronghold there. So, hey, Penny, good to see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got no problem handing the territory back over to its people, but they're going to get rid of the Hamas factor first.
You got to get rid of the fleas first. You know, war in the Gaza Strip, war in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Hunter Biden? Is he in jail yet?
No, he's not in jail yet.
Are we even talking about that guy? No?
Nope. But hey, all eyes are on these other things, aren't they?
That's right.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Perfectly timed. Perfect. Nice play. Perfectly played.
Good play. Well played.
But as a result of this, looks like some other people are getting a little antsy. U.S. military shoots down missiles and drones as it faces growing threats in volatile Middle East.
Yep.
Also, the Pentagon officials say attacks on U.S. troops have Iranian fingerprints all over.
Yeah.
Senior defense official, I think it's fair to say when you see this uptick in activity and attacks by many of these groups, there's Iranian fingerprints all over it. And then the last one I have on this front is the U.S. has moved a carrier to the Middle East following attacks on the U.S. forces. Now, remember, we covered last week that they had shot down about 3 drones, and they were Iranian made. So, yeah, pretty interesting.
Well, Iran is that bunch of people in the background when the fight breaks out. The other people in the background throwing shit in, and
they're that guy in the club when he sees the fight break out, he walks up and pimp slaps somebody and runs off. Yeah. They're that dude. Yeah, I got
that's
you.
them.
Yeah.
So I mean, unfortunately, look, we need to stay out of the Middle East because that is a snake pit that we don't have any idea about. They don't follow the same kind of rules that we do about engagement and war and blah, blah, blah.
About anything.
We do not need to be in that region at all. We need to be, we talked about it before the show, and we're in total agreement. We have our own reserves right here. We don't need oil from anywhere else.
Yeah.
The only reason why we're doing that is because our best and brightest are doing business deals and pocketing money for themselves while we pay for all of it.
Are trying to change the economy. They're trying to move that wealth to a different place. We've got plenty of resources right here. Yeah, absolutely right. I'm not saying being a total isolationist, but come on, man. I mean,
I think we need to be isolationists until we can fix our own fucking backyard. Because we got shit going on right here that we need to take care of. And our best and brightest have turned their back on us and given all kinds of benefits to people just flooding our borders. Yeah. While we've got Americans right here struggling to make it from one day to the next. And they have no help. None. So, yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got next. Oh, yeah. The Bidens. It's funny you mentioned them. The president declares Israel and Ukraine support as vital for U.S. security. We'll ask Congress for billions. He did this in a rare press conference.
He's going to ask for more billions. Where's that money coming from? I mean.
Well, he can ask all he wants until there's a speaker, right? And we're gonna chronicle that. Yeah, without a speaker, they're not getting any money. But
somebody needs to shut off the fucking tap, dude. Come on.
Biden received payments from his brother with shady business dealings. Comer says.
No way.
President
Who's going
Biden
to jail? Congress.
$200,000 payment from his brother on the same day. One of James Biden's business ventures loaned. Excuse me. Him the same amount, according to a bank document revealed Friday by the House Oversight Committee. Good Lord, man. Wow. I mean, just doing it right out in the wide open.
Yeah,
and Joe Biden
got documents upon documents upon documents upon videos upon laptops upon this, upon that, eyewitness accounts. I mean, who's going to jail?
Nobody. Das Wolfen, I said I'm going to chronicle it here in a minute. He's telling me they've got a Speaker of the House now. Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. If you've followed Twitter at all today, if you've seen my Twitter at all today, you know we do. Let's see. The other one I got on the Biden front is Joe Biden fails to read off of giant teleprompter during keynote policy speech, an embarrassing blunder. But Biden thanked a host of figures for their help in getting the project off the ground, but stumbled through the names as he struggled with pronunciations and spellings.
What?
Yeah, man. I mean,
not the president.
We need to, rein him in a little bit. The meathead. Okay. So what Das Wolfen was kind of jumping the gun on me, but we'll go ahead and get to that.
Don't jump the gun, Das Wolfen.
The story of the week, of course, has been the House speakership. House GOP abandons Jim Jordan for speaker after a secret ballot loss. This
not
was
the secret ballot loss.
I think Jim Jordan was like the second or third guy they'd put up, and they didn't like him because he was a big MAGA guy and all this stuff. Anima Confusa says, popping in to say hi and leave, off to bed, our special show. Yeah, you take care, darling. It's good to see you. Anyway,
thanks for stopping by.
So Jim Jordan's out, right?
How secret could the ballot have been if it's a headline on a
Right. How secret could that be? Right. Now, Getz, he says he will do everything possible to stop empowering McHenry. Now, McHenry,
empowering.
If you know about McHenry, hang on a second. I'll play this for you. I'll have to reshare it. But he made these comments coming out of a committee meeting, and it was pretty tasty. This is the guy I told you we need to make a meme of the Joker standing next to stuff saying everything burns. You know what I'm saying? That's this guy. He's the one that ran McCarthy out.
Let's see what it is, bro.
Hang on. Let's see what he's got to say over here.
Constitutional desecration.
There we go. If I can get it.
I believe it is a constitutional desecration to not elect a Speaker of the House. We need to stay here until we elect a Speaker. And if someone can't get the votes, we need to go on to the next person. But twisting and torturing the Constitution to empower a temporary speaker is having a speaker light that is not constitutionally contemplated, is deeply infirm, and I will do everything possible to stop it.
Now, who is that guy?
That's the guy that started the vote to get rid of McCarthy. That's the dude I told you we need to do up in Joker makeup. Just the guy saying everything burns. His name is Matt Getz. He's the one that started.
Matt Getz. Whatever you want, Matt Getz.
Yes, he gets Getz. Gaetz. But shortly after Jim Jordan.
Okay.
Shortly after Jim Jordan, with Jim Jordan out, Representative Mike Johnson of Benton. That's Benton, Louisiana. That's about 30 minutes from where I'm sitting right now, guys. This is my representative. I actually had a vote for him in the last election. Anyway, he may take his swing at the officer speakership. Well, not only did he take a swing, he gets, once again, there's another article saying he's getting nominated. Well, guess what? He got every Republican vote. There was not one person ready to vote, not vote for him on the Republican side of the House, and they've got the majority. House Republicans unite finally to elect hard right colleague Mike Johnson as Speaker. And if it's so funny, when I was watching this, Dan, live, when the announcement was made, nobody on television knew who he was. They had no clue who this guy was. They had no book on him at all, right? And I just thought it was funny as hell. I was laughing my ass off because they had already knocked down two big MAGA guys, right? You know, two big Trump supporters. I hate to tell them, this guy is all on board with Trump. He's all on board with the fact that, you know, the last election might have been a little screwy, if you know what I'm saying. He's one of those guys. He's just like everybody we went to school with, Dan. He is a pro-gun, pro-life hunter. You know, he's from here, dude. That's what he's like. You know what I mean? And and the thing you're gonna love about him, Dan, he has voted down legislation to fund the Ukrainian war several times. He has voted against it several times. So
that's good. Yeah. You know, I look.
That's what, and I'm just hyped because if he holds serve, you know this term from tennis. If he holds serve, we're gonna have a good Speaker of the House. You know what I mean? But once they get in that seat, that's what we're, you know, you know what they say about power, because this guy's 2 seats away from the presidency now. You know what I mean? So
I understand.
A lot of people lining up.
And there's a lot of people on the right that are really happy with this guy because he's in line with the hard right wing, and I'm from Bossier Shreveport, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know any fucking politician that's done anything for my hometown.
No. Yeah.
I don't know how this guy ascended to where he's at. I don't know how he's ascended to where he's at.
Yeah.
But you look at our hometown.
Yeah.
There's no jobs. Schools are falling apart.
Yeah.
Shreveport is a fucking cesspool. We've got great infrastructure coming in and out of that place, both interstate and waterways. You can't get any freaking jobs there, good paying jobs. If you're not roughnecking in Louisiana or working the casinos, you can't find a job. But these politicians are making a lot of money. And this guy's Speaker of the House now.
Yep.
What's he got to say about Shreveport Bossier, the state of affairs in that place?
Yeah.
What's he doing for that?
And we're going to
That's where
talk
I get
about
boiling mad, dude. That's where I get upset because.
Well, this is the guy we're sending to Washington to represent us. So, you know.
Yeah, okay. He's in Washington. What is he doing for home?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That you know, you got to do a little more research, but I do know how he's been voting in the big issues. So, you know, and I do like that. So,
don't think there's not an agenda there. You just said yourself, he's a couple seats away from the presidency. He's laying the foundation.
That's what I'm saying. Now that he's there, he's going to be tempted by a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff that he's never seen. You know what I mean?
He is not at all concerned with the state of Louisiana, Bossier Shreveport. Not at all. But anyway, whatever. That's my rant. So, you know, there you go.
And the last thing we got to cover in top of the heap tonight is this guy in Maine that decided he didn't like what's going on locally, and he decided to shoot up a bowling alley and a restaurant. And it was a kids' league night too at the bowling alley.
Kids' league night.
Now
this guy, if you read the article, he's
during children's bowling league. Yeah. Witnesses say children were wounded on a rampage, left multiple people dead. The last count I saw on this story was 20. This guy, you read the article and you find out he was in a mental institution for 2 weeks before this happened. He had just lost his job.
Yep.
I mean, and he's the dangerous part about it is he's an Army reservist that's well trained, and he is a weapons instructor. So, with
mental instability issues, don't know if this guy's served time overseas in a war zone, whatever, but okay. So this is Maine, right? So this is going to happen anywhere. It's just not in big cities. It can happen anywhere. The guy's a veteran. He's ex-military. He obviously has knowledge of weaponry and with the Army. Tie-in, and he's probably got good life skills, survival skills. And look, in Maine, you get outside the populations, and that is nothing but rural, mountainous forest. And unless they get up there with choppers and thermals, they're going to have a hard time finding this guy if he's got good survival skills, which I assume he probably does.
Yeah.
And
he could stay hidden for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
A side note is this, and you're going to know more about this story as it goes along.
And by the way, it's in case you don't know where Lexington is, this took place in Lexington, Maine. It's in the southern part. It's closer to Portland than it is
down by Portland.
Mom's at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our veterans are used to go over and fight wars and secure our nation, and then when that's over, how many years of service they spend in war zones, they come back and mental issues and physical issues, and they close down facilities and they cut off places that they go to, shelters, and they don't get the support on either front. And then these guys and girls, they got trauma. They got fucking trauma, and they had these things that they carry with them. Mm-hmm. That doesn't justify what this guy did.
No, it doesn't.
But we need to be treating our veterans at least on par with the people that are flooding our borders.
Absolutely. Both of my kids had to fight for their both of my kids had to fight for they had to fight for every bit of the benefits they got. And they shouldn't have to put up with that kind of fight. They shouldn't have to.
No. But a sad thing that this guy went in there for whatever reason, and we may never know. We never know. All these people, innocent people, lost their lives for probably everybody wants to know why did he do it. At the end of it, even if you knew why he did it, it wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't make any sense because it's not the way to
senseless,
go. Senseless,
right?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
John says you should be yelling at your state officials. They are the ones responsible for the municipalities. It's what money.
We don't stop. I start right at the ground level and all the way up to the Capitol. I got no love for any of them. And if you think they're out there for you, you're crazy as hell. They're stealing us from the bottom to the top.
The fleecing of America is what Danny calls it.
I'm telling you, we are on the hook for all this shit.
Yep. Mm-mm. All right, boys and girls, that's it for the top of the heap tonight. And oh man, would you please just get off my butt. Damn.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
You know what we got. We got the jockstrap.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They're out there trying to get things done in a different way. They're making their millions a different way by showing off their athletic prowess and brains.
This guy right here's got a jumper like nobody's business. Look at that shake and bake happening there.
And bake. What's up?
Dude, get your hands up, man. Golly, that's embarrassing. I mean, all you got to do is get a placeholder, man. That's all you got to do.
I mean, come on, bro. Well, you know what's up
right
tonight.
in the face.
I mean, wham. They're both getting in the face. One by a ball, the other one by a ref. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to start with the NFL tonight. Last week, oh, my God. I don't know who's going to win what games now. I really don't. All the front runners lost last week. It's
a lot of mediocre football getting played, but it's the first quarter poll, though, right? And we're going to start see things shake out.
We're getting pretty close to the halfway point, buddy. This is
what I know for sure is the Saints suck. That's what I do know for sure. Oh, you count on them losing at least.
Well, I know you're a big Buffalo Bills fan tonight. That's for sure, because they're playing the Buccaneers, and I know you hate the Bills. So,
well, yeah, I can't. Oh God, so bad.
And look, if everything happens the way it happened last weekend, the Buccaneers are going to hang a 50 burger on them right there in Buffalo, dude.
I mean, just when I thought Baker Mayfield was turning the corner and getting his feet underneath. He had a game like he had last week, and I'm like, what? What are you doing, man?
Right? I mean, and Atlanta did everything they could to give him that game, too.
They did, and he's making these throws. I'm like, bro, what are you looking at? What are you trying to do there?
I watched this one guy talk about it. He said, I'm just wondering if there's a force field right at the goal line for the Atlanta Falcons whenever they're trying to go in, because like Ritter tried to get in, fumbled it right at the pylon.
He fumbled it right at the pylon.
That was too funny, man. But anyway, I've got the Buffalo Bills tonight. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo.
And then we've got this news out of New England. Bill Belichick, there's been a lot of rumors about maybe he's going to be out because of how bad they're doing it.
Yeah, dude. Not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso would say.
Bill Belichick secretly signed a lucrative multi-year
That's
contract.
Classic Belichick, right? That's classic Patriot right there.
Yeah. So
they don't put their shit out in public, man.
I got a feeling he's probably going to step down from coaching and just be the GM for Gerard Mayo whenever they decide to make him the head coach. That's what I think is going to happen there. But it's up to him when he gets out of there, though.
I'll tell you right now.
And one thing's for fire him. I'm like, I don't know about
one thing's for sure. We don't know what they're going to do.
No, we don't.
Because everybody had him under the freaking warehouse.
Close to the vest, it's the New England Patriots. You're really not going to know what's going on up there.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought that was pretty funny. So I was like, okay. Everybody trying to fire. Lucrative deal he signed in the offseason. Nobody even knew about it.
Of course, the most important thing in the NFL right now, Andy Reid, after Travis Kelce's big day, says Taylor Swift can stay around all she wants.
Here we go.
It's the most important thing in the NFL, bro. Now, the most important thing to Dan in the NFL is the New Orleans Saints, his beloved black and gold.
Oh, they're so bad.
Saints Derek Carr on outbursts during the loss. Hang on a second. Let me refresh this. So maybe we might get a Derek Carr picture down here. Saints quarterback Derek Carr on outbursts during the loss to the Jaguars. I have got to kind of chill out. Kind of chill out? I got to kind of chill out, he says, Dan?
Well.
What is that all about?
Well, there was look, he's a 500 quarterback. There's one play in particular where he's going to go right for Olave, and Olave obviously quit on the route. And
he got mad, which
you
can't blame him. But I don't know. How much of that can you do and then just start turning it off when you do it? I mean,
Well, that's who he is. I mean, he's always been a fiery guy. I mean, and if things are not going right in his eyes, he's gonna do that. But you've got to have some wins under your belt for people to take you seriously. I mean, when you see Brady throwing shit on the sidelines, something's not right. Right? Somebody didn't do something they were supposed to be doing.
I think
I've
Alvin
seen him
Kamara
miss.
had a screwed up route in that game too, and he got on him about it too. I was like,
Well, that may be true, but then there's guys that are wide open and he misses. I mean, just misses big plays that are there to be had, and he misses.
Yeah,
so
can you yell at somebody
for
screwing up when you're screwing up yourself?
Right, when you're screwing up. Okay, so there's plenty of blame to go all around, but for me, it starts and ends with the freaking head coach. He's just,
with this guy right here. The guy that fans called for an NFL coach to be fired after Thursday night's game, Mr. Allen. You've been preaching for this guy to go.
Terrible.
I mean, actually, I Danny. Now let me see if I read this correctly. You just don't want him as the head coach. He can stick around as the D coordinator all he wants.
He could be the D coordinator all he wants because he's a great defensive coordinator. I mean, but you tell me another defensive coordinator that made Brady look like he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know.
He made him look silly.
Yeah, he did. The Saints have always owned Brady. They have always owned him.
But you would send that guy to the head coaching position, and his track history is garbage.
Yeah, it is. The Raiders, it was bad too. Das Wolfen says sigh. He's a Chiefs fan. Every time I mention Taylor Swift, he's like, ugh. He calls her Yoko Ono.
Right? She's going to mess up the band, dude. She's going to mess up the friggin' band. Yep, it's going to happen.
Okay. More Saints news. Footage of Chris Olave's arrest shows cop literally didn't care he plays for the Saints.
Awesome. It's amazing that he even... Funny. I play for the Saints, so...
And?
You're still out here a danger to everybody.
How long is this? Is this a long video?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
So, I need you to stand right over here by my car. Yeah. You didn't send her arrest? Yep. Yeah. I bet, dog. I play for the Saints, man. And?
I play for the Saints, man.
And? What can
You're gonna arrest me, dog. Okay.
That's his boy. Oh man, the Saints.
He had a monster season last year, dude. I don't know what. Oh, come on.
He's talented.
Man. Come on.
He's talented.
Yes.
He's talented as all get out. But that doesn't give you the right to mess up in your car. I don't know what he was.
We are who we are.
There, but,
we are who we are.
Okay.
He didn't get arrested. No charges were filed. I think he was released that evening, but it's just a comedy of errors. It just speaks to the state of the team. So whatever.
Yeah. Turning our gaze to college football. Oh wait, before I talk about this one, wait. Now, that's our first college football story, but there's a very important game coming up that my brother has got to talk to you about.
War. This is the game.
And this is a 2-week hype, folks, because guess what? They're on a bye this weekend.
And if you don't know what this picture is depicting, then I don't know what to tell you. This is the game. Okay, this is the big game. This is LSU, Alabama. LSU's on the bye this week. November 4, we will travel to Tuscaloosa,
Alabama.
To take on the freaking elephant. This is the big one. Okay, so these are the Titans in the East of the SEC, or I'm sorry, in the West of the SEC. Usually, the winner of this game goes on and does good things. So,
yes.
This is how LSU is measured. Okay, it doesn't matter what they do the rest of the season. They can beat everybody in the world. If they don't beat Alabama, the season is a loss. It's just a failure. It is. That's how big.
I don't think they've ever lost to Alabama and won a national championship. I don't think that's ever happened. I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think that's.
No, they have not. They have not.
So
they've beaten
you're
Alabama
hear a lot
and then
about
went
this
on to
game between now and
war.
November 4th.
War.
Tell him what it is, Dan. One more time.
War.
Well, I tell you who's not quite ready for war right now, and that's Michigan. Because apparently they're embroiled in some kind of cheating scandal.
Oh, they're ready
Michigan
for
coach-
war. Michigan is ready for war. They got their spies out there all the time.
Michigan
They are
coach
ready.
Jim Harbaugh faces investigation for yet another violation. Let's see. What
Look,
did he
this
do
was
now?
a lucrative fucking
Yeah.
thing that they were doing. I mean, honest to God, they've got somebody going around to all these games, their opponent, and watching the games and having fans film games and just, yeah. I mean, but look, they're trying to get an edge. That's what they're trying to do. So
Yeah.
you're
And
not
let's see what
treating, you're
this
not
next one
trying.
says. But some people think that Michigan football head coach Jim Harbaugh to get a 4-game ban for NCAA investigation lies. Some people
Lies
think
and deceit.
that he's being singled out or something like that. So, you know.
Well, he keeps doing shit. I mean, the guy's, he just can't help himself. He's a narcissist. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure
is.
of that.
Big time.
And so he just can't, yeah, he's going to do what he
You know
does.
what I thought of him when he was the San Francisco head coach. I understand he brought a winning attitude back to the Niners.
But I believe you always thought that he,
And you were the puss. Always bled.
That's exactly who he is. That's exactly who he is. All he did was hit the sidelines, wanting a flag on every play, man.
I think we had an echo on that video, by the way. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's try it again. Let's see.
Roll Tide,
Try it
man.
again.
And you were the puss. Always bled.
Wookie Be Bad said Roll Tide.
This is why Wookie Be Bad has no friends. I take back what I said about Wookie Be Bad's name. It is a terrible name. In the great words of Coach E, Roll Tide, fuck you.
All right. Next up, we have to mention Major League Baseball. We have the Texas Rangers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. They start the series on Friday.
Yeah, dude.
And Wookie says, I have no friends because I'm a deek. But anyway.
You got friends here, dude. It is a kick-ass name. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Texas and Arizona, I got to say, this is the third time it's charm for Texas.
You got to tell me.
I'm going to say third time's a charm for the Rangers. Bruce Bochy, I told you at the beginning of the season, the guy is a monster manager. He's won at every level, you know, and he won World Series with freaking Giants, dude. He has turned the Texas Rangers around in 1 year. He's got them in the World Series. Take nothing away from Arizona. They're going to have to really play some smart baseball to beat Arizona. Arizona's got the Rookie of the Year. I believe his name is Carroll, center fielder. He's a hell of a ball player. He's a hell of a table setter. But I think at the end of the day, I think the Rangers are going to win out. I really do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rangers in 6.
You know, I don't know shit about baseball, man. I take all my baseball cues from you. During the season,
Bruce Bochy wins again. Rangers in 6. There you go.
Rangers in 6. Okay. You heard it here first, boys and girls.
Yep.
All right. We got one more under jockstrap this week, and it's from Major League Baseball, but it's of a different flavor. Former Major League pitcher, if I can get that headline back up. Yeah. Major League pitcher arrested in alleged murder and attempted murder of his in-laws. Danny Serafini, 49, is a suspect in the 2021 slaying of his father-in-law and the attempted murder of his mother-in-law in Lake Tahoe, California.
What the F?
Yeah, man. Never heard of this guy.
No idea who he is.
Yep.
No idea. I mean, what possesses people? This is an ex-major leaguer? Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like
didn't like his in-laws.
Colorado.
There you go. There you go. Didn't like the in-laws.
I guess. It's very strange, man.
Serafini must be Italian for kill the in-laws. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, man. I can't have a laugh with my brother, man. Get off my ass, Pacino.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Do you hear the echo, Joe John?
Yeah, I do. I forgot to mute it after that thing.
Wordly.
Sorry. Yeah, man.
Just want to make sure I was hearing something on my end. You know,
it's the
there's the golden diaper. That's what's up. Okay.
The golden diaper.
Still can't believe they made another movie with that guy, dude.
I can't do. Freaking stupid. Well, they didn't make it with him. He was the window dressing. It was about the girl. So
yeah, true that. That's why I've forgotten that movie already. Just
place.
But
yeah, we're gonna start like we always do in the flicks. Not much in the flicks tonight. Let's see. Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour is still #1 at the box office. Yes, Taylor Swift's everywhere, dude. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. You can't turn on a TV set without seeing Taylor Swift. Second week in a row, it's at the top. Killers of the Flower Moon, which I have every intention to go and see because this is the first movie set my daughter worked on in Tulsa, Oklahoma, actually north of Tulsa. Yeah, she called me one day during the shooting of this. She goes, "Dad, you're never going to believe who I just met." I said, "What's that?" I said, "I met John Lithgow. He's really, really nice, and he's really, really big."
Really? Yeah, you could tell he's a big guy, right? He towers over everybody in the movies I've seen.
But
I'll have to see that then. Yeah, she worked on that set. That's cool, man.
Yeah, she did. But it's another one of these Scorsese 3.5 hour things, dude. I got to warn you before you go. So, but it made $23 million, which is not very good, really. The Exorcist Believer was #3. Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie, is #4, and Nightmare Before Christmas 30th anniversary re-release is beating out movies that are coming out now. What?
Look, it's a great movie.
It is. It is. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
Jack is badass, dude.
It just tells you how bad the movies they're putting out are. They're pretty bad.
I'm a big fan of that movie. Jack is my hero. Oogie Boogie is the best bad guy you're ever going to see.
Oogie Boogie is awesome.
Oogie Boogie. We got an Oogie Boogie for our front lawn, man. It's huge, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. For everybody in the chat, since we're on the flicks, I'm going to show my jersey and see if anybody knows what movie this is from.
Oh, yeah.
See if I can do this without freaking dropping my phone.
You can do it.
Boom.
Check it out. I can tell it's a baseball jersey.
Yes. Let's see. I see the shoulder patch might be able to give it away. I can't even. There it is. There it is. So anybody in chat that's a movie buff, maybe they can tell us what movie that's from.
Yeah, maybe.
I got lucky to find this jersey. I'm a big fan of this movie. Huge fan of this movie. Great movie.
Let's see what else we got in the flicks tonight. We got Israel confirms that Taylor Swift's bodyguard has arrived home to fight in the war. Wow.
Again with the Taylor Swift.
We promise you'll never find another like him. The state tweeted on Thursday. Wow, man. That's I mean, this thing is, the repercussions of this thing's all over the place. I mean, you got billionaires pulling their money out of colleges. You got, I saw a story on one of the shows I was watching earlier today that I can't remember what campus it was, but there was an anti-Israel rally going on, and 11 Jewish kids had to lock themselves in the friggin' library to get away from them. I mean, it's just...
Look, for some reason, the Jewish people it's a very polarizing thing for whatever reason. I don't know. But there's a lot of hatred for Jewish people for whatever
reason. A lot of
reason.
anti-Semitism, as it's called. And,
yeah.
Well, we got one more story in flicks this week, and it's a sad one. Shaft himself, Richard Roundtree, star of Shaft and Roots, the miniseries from back when we were kids, died at 81 this week. Actually, I think it was might have been yesterday. Let's see. the thing.
This week he passed away. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see the date on this. Yeah, 1 day ago. Yeah, it was a day ago. Artists and representative agencies mourn the loss of our friend and client Richard Roundtree. The agency said in a statement obtained by the Wrap, his trailblazing career changed the face of entertainment around the globe, and his enduring legacy will be felt for generations to come. Our hearts are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. Yeah, he starred in Shaft in like 3 different movies, 71, 72, and 73. And they didn't have a picture of him on here, so I went ahead and downloaded one to put on here. That's him jumping through the window with a gun in his hand from a rope. He's an iconic.
Have you ever seen any of those Shaft movies?
I have never seen one of those Shaft movies.
I've never seen a Shaft movie.
I've known all about them.
Yeah.
One of the funnier things that I see weekly, there's a African American fellow named Keith that does a show on Pop Culture Minefield, and one of the things they show at the beginning of it, you remember that? I don't know if you've seen "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." Have you seen that movie?
No,
you've never seen that,
right?
The Williams brothers. It is freaking fantastic. But anyway, there's one guy that's clearly a Shaft character. I can't remember the actor that's playing him, right? And the guy that's that he's walking up to and talking to says, "Who are these guys?" Right? And there's like 3 guys. One of them's got a guitar, one of them's got a drum, and the drum around his waist and everything. And he says, "Oh, these guys, that's my theme music. Every good hero should have some." Because the theme from Shaft was an iconic song at the time. You know. But yeah, it's hilarious, and it was definitely an ode to Shaft, to Richard Roundtree's Shaft, man. But anyway, yeah. Our hearts go out to his family, man. 81 years old. Yeah, that's
absolutely.
It's getting up there.
Look, he's a trendsetter. He opened a lot of doors for black actors. So yeah.
Now tell him the movie you remember him from, because I
the only
completely
movie
forgot about it.
Yeah, the only movie I ever remember seeing this guy in was he played, I believe it was the police commissioner in the movie Seven. After the lawyer was found in his office, murdered, obviously, and he said, "This will be the very definition of swift justice." That was him. That's the only movie I've ever seen that guy in.
Wow.
Rest in peace, bro.
Let's take a sip for Mr. Roundtree.
Oh yeah. Boom. And I'm spent.
And you're spent. And dude, I just wanted to have a drink with my brother, man. Get off my ass, dude.
He's an a-hole for real.
This guy, man.
What do we got?
What do we got?
You know what we got? We got earthquake.
Earthquakes. We got the girl. Oh my God.
It makes it so it can't even put on their makeup.
I mean,
craziness, man.
Look at these buildings, man. What are they made out of? Paper mache.
Paper mache, dude. It's paper mache.
I mean, nothing. There's no. I mean, I don't know who spec'd out that highway, dude, but there's just nothing underneath that thing. Supposed to be solid ground. Yeah.
That's a sinkhole.
Just nothing. Gone. I mean, just gone.
All right. First one we got under earthquakes tonight, and we got a lot of different subjects covered here. Fox TV host arrested after allegedly harassing ex with cruel messages.
Awesome.
Nashville-based Fox TV host Elena McLaughlin has been arrested after she allegedly sent ex-boyfriend threatening text messages. McLaughlin, the host of Perspectives with Elena McLaughlin on Fox 17, was taken into police custody on Friday and charged with harassment, according to the Scoop Nashville. It's just more proof that no matter how much money you have or your station in life, you can still be a complete idiot.
A complete douche.
Douche.
Yeah, I don't even.
I mean, why her? Here. Okay, Dan. Maybe I'm crazy.
He's happy, she's not, so she's got to harass him. Case closed.
I don't understand it. If you're done with somebody, be done with somebody. I mean,
No. It's not enough.
It's not enough?
Not enough. Scorned.
They must suffer.
Scorned. I must terrorize and torment.
This one we touched upon earlier, Vladimir Putin living out the last days of his life and only talking to doctors as health.
What are you saying? No, he hit the killing, man.
Man, look. All I know is
Pootie
this: you can wish for him to be dead all you want, but Pootie Tank,
Got my dillies on a pepper tank.
you know he does.
Exactly
Man.
right, dude. And if you don't believe that, then you're just lost. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell
I'm
you.
telling you, man. Let's see what do we got in the comments here.
What do
Wookie
we
Be
got?
Bad says, "All right, you guys, I gotta bounce. Have a good one. You take care, Wookie.
All right.
Good to see you, man."
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, brother.
Let's see. Bigfoot expert notices surprising detail about Colorado footage. Now, maybe you saw this when we reported on it a few days ago. A couple took a shot of the monster
Alleged. Okay.
while they were on a train.
Looks like some dude in a sniper outfit.
It's something, that's for sure.
That looks like a dude in a sniper outfit.
Right.
You know those, what do they call those, death shrouds or whatever they wear?
Well, this guy says, I have to say, I looked at the video, and the creature had a strong possibility of being a guy in a suit. It didn't
there you
look
go.
right to me. Yeah. There you go. That's what
that looks like a dude in one of those sniper suits, man.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me too.
Bigfoot, come on.
Right? Come on, people. Gotta have better. That's why that old footage still stands up today. That doesn't look like a dude in a suit. You know. Oh man.
Why is it? What did they say in Hellboy? Why is it that all the pictures are always out of focus, always blurry?
Right.
What is that?
What is that?
In this day and age with these freaking cell phones, you tell me you can't zoom in and know for sure? Come on now.
Right.
I mean, I know we're dumbing down our society, but come on.
Right. A manhunt is underway for the Nashville police chief's son, who is suspected of shooting 2 police officers.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude.
The Nashville police chief's son is suspected of shooting 2 police officers. Nashville
Whoopsie.
Chief John Drake called for his estranged son to be arrested, and the suspect remains at large, and a manhunt is underway in Tennessee. Good Lord.
I just saw him. There he is again.
Oh, Penny says later, y'all, supper time. All right.
Doses.
All right. Yeah, man, that's crazy, dude. This guy is the son of a cop, and he shot 2 cops. That guy's into some bad shit.
Nashville police chief, dude.
Yeah, not just
the police chief.
It's the police chief. Yeah. More proof that this. You love that thing, don't you?
That's awesome.
Give us the money.
On parade.
Oh my God. All right. German leaders voice outrage, and thousands rally in Berlin in reaction to rising anti-Semitism. I mean, it's popping up all over the place, guys.
Yep.
It is
open season now.
Yeah.
Any excuse. I mean, I know. Well, the Jewish people, I guess, had a pretty big hand in putting Christ on the cross, but you can't condemn a whole group of people, man. I mean,
no.
There's always room for freaking understanding.
Pretty sure none of these folks were around in like the BC times, really.
We are just there's just a portion of the world that's just waiting with bated breath to just jump on Jewish people anytime they get a chance.
Yeah.
I never understand it. I don't get it, but whatever, man.
7 dead in pileup with more than 150 vehicles in the Louisiana interstate. This was, let's see, 7 people were killed and more than 24 were injured in a pileup at least 158 vehicles in a Louisiana interstate on Monday. It's Interstate 55, Dan, and it shut down both sides of the road. This is nothing. You should have seen some of the aerial shots of this. There was a chemical truck involved. They were expecting there to be more deaths involved in it. But apparently they were calling it super fog. It was a mix of smoke from a local wildfire and thick fog. And first thing in the morning, this happened Monday morning. Yeah.
Super fog.
Bad stuff.
Just north of Lake Pontchartrain. Super fog.
Super fog, bro. That was it.
Bad situation.
Now, here's another one about the Israel situation. We were sick. Fans walked out after Dave Chappelle accuses Israel of war crimes. U.S. supporting slaughter. Yeah, a bunch of fans walked out the other night. But
Dave Chappelle does not shy away from anything. He's very opinionative about a lot of things, and a lot of times that gets him in hot water. But
and I'd really like to see the concert, because I'm sure he said a bunch of shit about the Hamas guys too. Now,
he's usually pretty balanced,
Yeah, he's pretty balanced. That's what I'm saying. This may be, a case where they're putting a magnifying glass on one part of his show. You know what I mean? But he did have.
And you're right. We've been doing this show for a while now, and what we can say is, and I'm not going to speak for you, but the sensational headlines, and a lot of times they're not very fact driven. So it's you have to really dig into that yourself, and maybe you can find a video of the entire skit.
Yeah,
to be able to give a really good opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I can't judge it just.
But that's not the first time he said something on stage that's got him in hot water with this group or that group.
Hell, he's been physically attacked on stage before, dude. I mean, it's so. But anyway, and we've got Hamas terror chief exposed as living in London. Public housing project in London.
Public housing.
UK taxpayers. Yeah. Nice, huh? Oof. Ariel Ballet chimes in. She says, and what's happening on this side of the universe? Yeah. We're actually coming in at the end. We're wrapping up our stuff here.
Unbelievable. This guy is living in the UK in public housing.
Yeah.
While he's directing just mass freaking slaughter. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good on you, freaking UK, British, whatever.
Whatever you are. That's it.
Yeah.
And one that we haven't talked about in a little bit, United Auto Workers
Nightcap, that's
Union,
what's up.
And Ford reach tentative labor agreement. A lot of people forget with all these, the Actors Guild on strike, that the auto workers are on strike too.
Is that the Film Actors Guild?
No.
Also known as FAG? Oh, that's South Park. My bad. Yeah.
Screen Actors Guild, sir.
Screen. Oh, it's not Film Actors Guild. It's Screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
It's SAG. Okay, I got you, man.
That's a cigarette in Great Britain. That's what that is. That's what that is. Oh my God, what have you started? Anyway, the United Auto Workers Union appears to have and Ford have reached a tentative agreement. So hopefully their labor stuff will be over soon.
No doubt.
Room's starting to spin real fast because of gayness.
Man. All right. Well, we're getting close to the end here. We got a couple of segments left to go, though. One is a new segment my brother came up with, and he's kind of proud of, and it's called Our Best and Brightest. Oh boy.
That thing is awesome. That thing is awesome, I tell you.
Oh man, dude. Our best and brightest. That's a good iteration of what they look like sometimes. Grant Cardone asks how politicians make $100K suddenly become millionaires.
It's a legitimate question.
I've asked that for a long time. How do these guys with $100K salary make millions?
But if you read this article, whoever wrote this article goes out of their way to defend politicians and but the guy asks, they go in and they make I don't know, a salary maybe upwards of 200K.
Yeah.
But look at Nancy Pelosi. I mean,
Yeah.
she's her net worth is through the roof, right? Barack Obama, he came from very meager beginnings, multi-billionaire now. This guy is loaded. Clinton's loaded for bear. You pick a politician, there's a reason why they stay in office for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They are making money back and forth. So it's a legitimate question. And
Ariel says
they're up there.
That's a stupid question, Grant. We all know why.
Exactly.
That's one
and
word,
we get to
guys.
pay for that.
Lobbyists. That's what it's called.
Lobbyists and cronyism. There you go.
That's it.
But yeah, lobbyists are definitely a cancer on our form of government. But yeah, these are our best and brightest, and they're up there making the decisions and making sure that they're at the front of the line when they make these decisions.
Yep.
Whether it be foreign policy, domestic, whatever it might be, they're going to make sure that they are well taken care of. Honorable Men, I think it wasn't that the comedy with Eddie Murphy, where he goes to Congress and he wins election because he had the same last name as the incumbent.
Yeah.
And when he goes to Washington, he finds out how things are really done.
Yeah.
If you vote this way, I've got this money for you. If you vote this way, I got this money for you. And so yeah, our best and brightest. Look, they're Ivy League educated or wherever they come from, and they really line their own pockets at our expense. So yeah, best and brightest. They're getting paid in full.
There you go. And you can tell the ones that aren't down for it because they quit.
They don't stay. They don't stay.
They don't.
They leave Washington right away.
The last
Paul
person
Ryan,
I got
gone.
hyped about to run that was running for president, she quit. She just saw what was going on there and went back to Hawaii, Okay, so next in our best and brightest, we got Ilhan Omar fears for family safety after barrage of threats over Israel criticism.
Yeah, she made some statements without having any facts.
Smearing for surge in violent threats in wake of Israel-Hamas conflict.
She and others have made some statements in the public that were factually not true, and then they really haven't apologized for making these statements, blaming lack of facts and lack of this and that and the other, but really not apologizing for anything. And again, this is a politician that represents we the people, and they're up there with impunity, saying these things and stirring things up, and really becoming more of a problem than part of a solution. So there you go, best and brightest.
Then we've got, oh my God, yeah, I read this and I was like, oh my God, you fucking sick Jew haters. Michael Rappaport launches blistering attack on Squad in profanity-laden tirade.
Yeah. Oh, if you get a chance to read this article, he's very vocal about, what we just talked about. People saying things and being these people have been doing this even before the Gaza Strip thing happened. They've been very vocal and very agitators, and so yeah, he let them know what he thought. So there you go.
Let's see. Tough question for someone to make it in the Senate and Congress. Don't they kind of have to play that kind of corrupt game to make it? Yeah, they do. That's where they get the money to run on.
Sure.
Otherwise,
and then they get
would
caught up in the
basically
game
be
and they
run out
can't
of
get
the
out of
rail.
it.
Yeah. And she says, and talking about Omar, she says, sounds like that woman that got kicked out of college for calling a Jewish woman a Yahtzee. Yeah. Okay, let's see. You got a couple more here, buddy. After Sidney Powell. Oh no, that's not one of yours. I don't think. Hamas terrorists received. That's my. Okay, yeah, that's it for best and brightest. I put those.
Yeah, I think that's all I sent over.
Yeah, that's all you sent. That was it, man.
Yep.
That was it.
That's our best and brightest at work right there.
That's the best.
Bringing us all together, right?
That's
making good decisions.
Well,
that video that you posted at the beginning of that segment is spot on, dude.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah,
classic.
I hear you. That are you talking about this one? I can always put it in there as the rap we're done with the best and brightest.
Yeah. Oh man,
Well,
you gotta laugh.
Ariel,
I mean, what are you
Ariel
gonna do?
says, so how come Israel hasn't nuked Palestine since they have the nuke? Because they live right next door to it, darling.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they want to
That's
do,
not
but
what they
it's come to the
want,
point
but-
where they got to do something, you know. So.
Yeah, I mean, when people come in with paragliders, start stealing their people, they have to retaliate somehow, you know.
Something.
And the thing about it is, everybody gets mad at them for shelling this place, but you guys got to remember, these guys, they hide amongst the people. They do it on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a messed up scrape. This whole
Don't forget they're launching rockets at Israel whenever they get a chance. I mean, that's why they have that Golden Dome defense, because that's just coming right up from their neighbors.
Yep, that's
it's
it.
A daily thing almost. So.
All right, boys and girls, it's about that time. It's about time to buckle your chin strap.
Oof.
Get that cup out.
Tough.
Get that cup
Scary
on, bro.
Situation.
You're gonna need
Scary
it.
situation.
It is a scary situation coming up here.
I got my hat on.
Get
Okay,
your shit
to go.
Fire tight, because it's time to turn out the light.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Ariel says, that time for slow seductive striptease? No. Anybody
Not on
got
this
stripped?
show.
No. And she also said about the Hamas, she said they're the Viet Cong. That's what she said. But my section tonight, my final word, I've got to play through an ad here before I can bring it up. But
What?
I wanted to, something you got to do, Dan, you know?
Something you got to do.
Something you got to do. But what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get this set up, because I am very proud to say that the guy that I voted for in the last election for representative is now Speaker of the House of Representatives. And just wanted to let you guys know what was going on down here in Louisiana. Kind of proud of this guy on the national scale. Let me put this up here. So this is him speaking to what his first bill was going to be about. Here you go.
We're in a time of extraordinary crisis right now, and the world needs us to be strong. They need us to remember our creed and our admonition. Turmoil and violence have rocked the Middle East and Eastern Europe. We all know it, and tensions continue to build in the Indo-Pacific. The country demands strong leadership of this body, and we must not waver. Our nation's greatest ally in the Middle East is under attack. The first bill that I'm going to bring to this floor in just a little while will be in support of our dear friend Israel, and we're overdue in getting that done. We're going to show not only Israel, but the entire world, that the barbarism of Hamas that we have all seen play out on our television screens is wretched and wrong, and we are going to stand for the good in that conflict.
Yep. I think that's really cool, man. Like I said, I'm happy for him. I've been following him on Facebook for a while now. Ariel says he's going to get eaten up and spit out from DC. I hope not. I hope he does some good. Like I said at the beginning of the show, if he holds serve, if he does things the way he's been doing them for the last few years, then we're going to be okay in this with the Speaker of the House. He's definitely going to. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this budget thing coming up, because I don't think he's going to be the kind of guy that's going to want to unleash those purse strings very easily. You know what I mean? He's a fiscal conservative, so he's not going to want to hand out a bunch of money. But
so, what kind of support is he going to be giving to Israel then? What's that going to be in the form of?
That's basically a formal thing. It's not. It's. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's monetary. That's just saying, as the House of Representatives, they're supporting Israel during the thing. They do a lot of these symbolic statements and stuff like that.
So. It'll be interesting to see what this bill has in it. You know, he's going to introduce a bill, so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But don't worry, the politics down here are still pretty corrupt. Don't worry about that. Louisiana's still a corrupt state. How Jeff Landry outspent and outflanked the field to become Louisiana's next governor. He won in a landslide, by the way. But apparently the stuff that led to this started last year. Let's see. Says here that Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser was livid. Almost a year before the Louisiana voters would choose their next governor, the Louisiana Republican Party had just announced that it was endorsing Attorney General Jeff Landry, and this happened during a behind closed doors meeting of the Republican state Republican Party. So yeah, and this was after I think it was the year before the election started. So yeah, Lieutenant Governor Nungesser, who was running too, was kind of pissed about it. But anyway, just to let you know, it's still corrupt.
He wasn't paid up with the right folks.
Right, apparently not. And locally, a place that me and Danny have gone to play Frisbee golf plenty of times, apparently it's turned into a fight club on the weekends. Police investigate videos showing violent, unruly behavior on Clyde Fan Parkway. And it's a bunch of young people getting together and having fights and tearing up the road with the cars and stuff. I mean, I'm not going to show the video, but you guys get the picture. It's I've said for a while this place is going the way of Detroit, and this is
not flattering. That's for sure. There's nothing coming out of our hometown that's. Look what good is happening in Bossier Shreveport. Look at the innovation. Look at the groundbreaking whatever. No, it's never that.
Yeah.
Anywho,
it's sad.
There you go. You
but
pull
anyway,
away the jobs,
what's going on
you pull
in
away
Louisiana.
the leadership. There you go.
Let's see.
That's what you're gonna have.
Let's see. What's Ariel saying? Are we also sending money and stuff to the authoritarian dictator in Ukraine? Yes, but the good thing about your new Speaker of the House is he's voted against it almost every lot. As far as I know, the last couple of votes he has. Not sure if you showed it earlier, but in Portland, did you guys see the guy in a truck run through the parade? Oh, yeah, that's been all over the internet. Danny, if you haven't seen that, I'll show it to you afterwards. But, yeah,
Great.
I wasn't going to show that idiot. He's a child molester who was pissed off that they had the barricades up for a friggin' parade and had the road cut off. And he lost it and drove through a bunch of shit. Almost hit a bunch of people. But anyway, so now that I'm letting you guys know what's going on in Louisiana, it's time for Danny's favorite thing he does every week. He has to shuffle through quite a bunch of idiots for this. But it is time for the Simple Jack Award winner. And the Simple Jack Award, as you guys know, it goes out to that guy that's trying to do the right thing. You know, he's trying to, maintain a good course, and do things right. And he just can't seem to find the right way to do it. And this time around, it happens to be the Magic Mushroom Edition, huh, Dan?
Magic Mushroom Edition.
Off-duty pilot allegedly tries to shut down Horizon Air Jet's engines mid-flight, charged with attempted murder. More details on it.
I think it's like 83 counts of it. Everybody that's on there, including the flight
with
crew.
83 counts of attempted murder for allegedly trying to shut off engines at Alaska Airlines flight. This is our culprit right here, pilot Joseph Emerson. Tell me all about it, Dan. What's up?
Yeah, well, he thought he had to do something. The fire extinguisher system on the for the engines. Something told him to do it. So he tried to do
Now
that,
this
and
guy wasn't
luckily
flying the plane.
No, he was in the jump seat. He was getting a hop. He's a pilot, but I think he was hopping from Seattle to Alaska or Alaska to Seattle to get to his flight that he was going to be piloting. And yeah, he hit the fire extinguisher system on the engines, which in essence cuts off the airflow. But they quickly got that taken care of and got him subdued. And they got him in the back of the plane. And he even told him, he said, you're going to have to cuff me. You're going to have to do something because, yeah, he had taken mushrooms. That's why he did this. So something was talking to him in his hallucination state. And even when the plane landed, he tried to open up the one of the exit doors before they even come to a stop. This guy was out of control. So yeah, he's trying to do the right thing. I guess he thought there was a fire, and yeah, magic mushrooms, people, ladies and gentlemen, stay away from mushrooms, okay? Make you do crazy things. Drugs are bad. Sobriety good. Drugs are bad. That's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never.
He went full magic mushroom retard.
Magic mushroom retard. Damn. I mean,
yeah,
shit.
Out of control. Can you imagine? Yeah.
That's. Can you imagine being the pilot when this guy jumps up and does this, right?
Yeah, 83 counts of attempted murder, and then one felony of tampering with a flight or something like that. Commercial flight.
Anything you do on a plane, they're going to throw you.
He's facing, and you know what? There was no marshal on that flight, which was strange.
That's weird.
Whatever. Yeah, because they didn't cuff him, so he tried to get out one of the escape hatches, man. So yeah.
Wow.
Out of control.
That's crazy. Ariel says, Portland, probably a worse place than San Francisco. I'm sure it is. And Das Wolfen says, have a good night, all. All right, man. You take care of yourself.
Same to you, man. Same to you.
Well, listen.
Thank you for everybody stopping by.
That is it for our show this evening. Let me fill you in on what's going on with the channel. You're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We do this every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. All the times I'm going to mention here are going to be Central. Next time you'll see me is working on my comic book, Sketching the Privateer, on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. And then Sunday morning, 2 hours before kickoff. I love that. What are you playing there, Dan? I love that melody you play in the background. That's so
just
cool.
A little riff I actually came up with years ago. That this was supposed to be Kim's song, actually. So
really, that's very cool, dude. Keep doing it. Don't stop. NFL pregame party, 2 hours before kickoff of your afternoon slate of games. That's every Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Time. And then, of course, my busiest day of the week is Monday. I can't wait for this one because Dale Dye is going to be there. We're going to be doing Firebirds on Military Monday, morning coffee with Gary. That'll be a lot of fun. Dale Dye, Dan, the thing I always remember this guy from, he's an advisor on a lot of movies about military matters and stuff like that. But
yeah,
in Platoon, he's the guy that's telling the commanders on the radio, goes, where are you going to retreat
Lovely
to?
Fucking war.
You tell your men to get in those holes and they will fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's him. I love him. I love him to death. He's great. And he's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in Mission Impossible. Remember, he was Kittredge's right-hand man in that.
Yep.
He's been in a lot of movies. Anyway, he's going to be there for Firebirds Monday morning at 10 a.m. for Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Morning coffee with Gary. And then we're doing another meeting of the Comedy Club for It's Only Talk and Roll Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Time. If you didn't see our, you'd got the kick out of this one, Dan. It's Only Talk and Roll this week was Scary Monsters, scary bands and songs. And
Alice Cooper.
We had, Alice Cooper was number one on his list. No doubt about it, man. But anyway, we do It's Only Talk and Roll on That 70s Rock Fans channel every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, I do the latest chapter of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'm getting close to the end, guys. I'm getting close to the end. Right now, I've been captured, but we'll find out what happens this week. We'll see if that teenager that I accidentally put in charge can get me out of jail here. But anyway, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, video games, cocktails, and fails. 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then Halloween night, I'm going to play one of my top 5 favorite games ever, Beyond Two Souls. I'm going to play some of the scarier portions of that with Jody and Iden going at it. And yeah, you see William Dafoe there, Dan. He's in the game, and so is Elliot Page when he was Ellen Page back then. But we're going to be doing that at 10 p.m. Halloween night. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we're back around to State of the Atmosphere. I think we're going to be adding some comedies like Smoking the Bandit we talked about earlier, you know.
That's what's up.
To the knock list this week on our pop culture show, State of the Atmosphere, which comes your way every Wednesday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So, for my one and only brother, there can be only one, the Highlander.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. Hang on. I got a bunch of friggin' stuff in here. What is this? Mike showed up and he said, love me some President Biden. He's stepping up for sure. Let's hope Trump goes to jail. Okay, Mike, you go, man.
Mike.
And Real Nation says, laugh out loud, man, I'm late. Yeah, you are. You're welcome for the tweet, Joe. Yeah, thanks for tweeting me out there, man. I appreciate it. All right, boys and girls, I want to thank you for being here. And for myself and my brother Highlander, we want to thank you. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.